Let's go get him again. Elite circle, third eye open, left hand holding, right hand smoking, flow still potent. Managed to score, yet I ain't open. Was on my beach chair, yeah, I ain't folding. Pardon my hiatus. It takes time when you live in life. In my mind, I'm preparing for greatness.
But enough about hip hop Twitter, man. Let's get to what we here for, man. Weather report too. You know, you guys, Wide Awake Boys. I'm not sure. What do you guys call? What's the group name? Have we decided on a group name? What is it?
Outliers, man.
Yeah, Outliers, man.
Outliers Entertainment.
Yep.
They say it's beauty in the struggle, reward in the progress. We used to map out all the missions before we accomplished. You can blame where I was raised, why I'm dope with the projects. So what they don't take in vain, let it go when the nostrils approaching the rostrum like it's heaven's gates. You sell your soul to the devil, it's gonna be hell to pay. A wild trip, don't accelerate the LMA. It's hella ways to elevate, we separate the pots, never stressing about what the kettle say.
There we go. Sure. So that's what it is. So before we get into this again, if you're here for the first time, if you're listening, this is Don't Sleep on the Couch podcast. I go by Cash, aka Exec P. My man, Mr. Prez, is off and he's at it, watching his Raiders lose. Hopefully, at this moment, as we record this, I really wish that his team does not get to the playoffs, and we can come back and talk about something really, really great next week, because I just don't want him to see greatness. I don't want him to have a slither of hope when it comes to football. All right. But I got two regulars here on the couch. JR, King James, they are coming back with Weather Report 2. But fellas, if y'all allow me, I wanna let y'all know how I received Weather Report 1 and listening to it today as I'm preparing. So I go back to it, and it doesn't feel like, from what I've heard, were Broken Easel, Prodigal Son, First 48, last chapter, first chapter, third chapter, every fucking damn thing JR has dropped sneakily over Hoop Dreams over the course of the last year. Don't feel like, you guys are losing a step here. You know what I mean? It feels like this is the first introduction, James, that present I had to you. And I remember me and Press talking about it, like, yo, who's James? And we really don't hear, okay, there goes JR on the song. You know what I'm saying? Like, but who's this other guy? You know what I'm saying? And I think when I typically listen to an album and I'm like, who's this other guy? Oh, this other guy is dope. You know what I'm saying? Because the same thing with you, JR, the first time we had you on, we was like, well, who the fuck is this? Who's this JR guy rapping with Ransom? I gotta listen. Does he have more music? That's the same thing. Those were the same things. So, over the course of the year, I just want to give you guys your flowers. That's what we were like, oh shit, they really doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? And as you guys started branching off, doing your thing separately, but always together, it was great to see. It was great to see, and that's why when you guys talking about Weather Report 2, that's coming, I'm like, oh shit, This is a good thing. We'll get into this a little deeper. I'm a little mad that it's 5 songs, but that's the fan in me. You know what I mean? That's the fan in me. I feel like as much as you motherfuckers rap, you could have gave me more. But we'll get to that later. We'll get to that later. I haven't heard it yet at this moment. I wanna listen to it just like you guys as you are listening to it for the first time. But my first question, and I don't think I really asked you guys that. I think we started asking this to a lot of other guests, but I don't really know. So who wants to start with what's your why just for music? You know what I'm saying? For you guys getting back to it, what's your why for doing what you do? Whoever wants to start.
I'll take it. Yeah, like my why, I just love it, man. Like I've always loved it, man. Like I said, I fell in love with music because of Michael Jackson, So, and what I'm saying, like my older brother, he was a rapper. I used to steal his rhyme book, pretend like they was my rhymes and stuff, So I've always loved to do it, And I knew I would never quit, but like my why as to like I'm doing it right now is probably JR, man. because like around the time we started linking with Ransom and they started rolling, I was just gonna push him, you know. And he was like, nah, man, like you too. And then like, you know, the whole weather report thing, like he put my name on the project. Like originally it was just my name up there. His name wasn't even up there, you know, and that got like a lot of cats to like look at me. And, you know, it really put the battery in my back, you know what I'm saying, to like really go for it, man. So that's why I'm doing it hard now, man. It's because of him. You know, like he got popping, man, and he really put me on. So I appreciate him.
What was your reason for that, JR? Like, I mean, that's some solid shit to do, first and foremost. But what was your reason for putting him to the forefront? I mean, I know now why you did it, but in your own words, what was your reason for it?
Just knowing like the level of talent he had since I've known him. Like when I met him, we had known each other like I think for a minute, but didn't really know each other. And we met through a mutual friend or whatever officially. And I'm like, yo, like this dude cold. I really won't even I think I was like kind of fresh with the rapping then. But he felt, you know, he thought highly of me, so I always respected that. And then we connected you know, later on. So when I did start working with Rand, like he was asking me about people and stuff like that, and I'm like, yeah, I got a lot of people that are nice or whatever. And James was one of the first names that I brought up, and my boy Q and B. So yeah, they always. I felt like putting his name on the joint would just, you know, bring him more traffic and more eyes and ears or whatever. So I wanted to do that.
So what was the making of part one, you know, in your opinion, James? I'll probably toss it to you first. What was that like as far as, yes, you know, you have a certain respect for JR and his pen, and you've said it several times, but what was it like for you? Kind of, this was like really your you know, you coming back into the forefront of just doing music. What was it like for you as far, was it pressure? Was it like I just need to deliver? Like kind of what was your mindset going into the first one?
I'm not gonna lie, it was a little bit of pressure, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know, I really wanted to put my best foot forward, you know. And like I said, man, the way he works is crazy, you know, like, because at the time I wasn't even recording myself, you know, I didn't have any equipment and stuff. So I had to physically go to his spot to record and stuff, you know. And like, you know, like we'd be recording songs and like sometimes I'll lay my verse down. He'd be like, all right, I'm about to write to it now. And he like, by the time I make it home, you know, it's like an hour and a half drive. And I get home and it'd be like a track sitting in my inbox. You know, what the fuck? You know, and it'd be super cold. So it was a little pressure, you know what I'm saying? But I always knew I was dope. You know, it was just like one of those things where it was like, all right, man, you know, I'm dealing with life and stuff. And, you know, whenever I get back to it, I'll get back to it. But, you know, I guess it was, you know, I kind of like accepted my fate that it wasn't going to pop for me, you know. But talent wise, I always feel like I could rap with anybody, you know. So, and you know, when you're good and you rap with people that are, you know, like on your level or just higher, like it just elevates your pen. And he definitely like, you know, elevate my pen because our styles are different. You know, like my style is like straightforward. His style is super, super layered, man. But it's dope straightforward too. You know, and that's one of the things I admire about his wordplay, man. Like it's like a lot of layers. Like you really gotta listen. But for the surface level listener, it's still enjoyable too. And I think a lot of people who try to be super layered, they struggle with that. You know, like it'll be some joints like you just be listening to what he said, and then you'll catch it, be like, oh shit, this nigga's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But before you got what he was saying, it was dope still. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like definitely a fan, man. You know, and it was an honor to work with him, man. And, you know, definitely had a lot of fun doing it.
All right. Same question to you, JR. So the question to you would be like, all right, you had Solstice that came out before it, right? Or whatever. Yeah, you know, Solstice, what makes you right. What makes you go, you know, from the solo route, you know, to bring your team on? So it really isn't the same question, but what makes you bring your team on as far as just, you know, not JR, but James as the first introduction as far as one of your guys? Like, what makes you do that and just kind of really put his name all over it and put that stamp on him?
Just knowing like how dope he was or is as an artist. Like I didn't have a problem or issue putting his name up there, like with my name attached to it as well. But like I was pushing it super hard. Like that was my favorite tape of the year. Weather Report. That was my favorite project. Like, and I said it multiple times during the year, like including everything I dropped. Like that was my favorite drop. Right.
Yeah, I think you guys go well together. You know what I mean? As far as just matching wits. I wouldn't really say it's contrasting styles because it's similar, but it just seems like it just depends on what track it is whether like, okay, it starts here. And I probably say I probably didn't really realize that because I put all you guys' tracks, everything that I could find where you guys are on the same songs together. Mm-hmm. And I think in the most recent joint that you guys did was, and if I'm saying it wrong, correct me, Abacus on Tessera joint.
Yeah.
Y'all going off. Y'all going off on there, and you guys are in sync. You know what I'm saying? But it almost seems like it's effortless in terms of you guys' just ability to work together. You know what I'm saying? Whether you guys are in the same room or not, you guys just match each other's energy and it just sounds right. What makes now the time for you guys to kind of just come back out and do what you need to do as far as just a group effort?
I honestly feel like we make it easy for each other working together. Like that's how I feel. Like, cause he can send me something and I'll write something real quick because just off his verse, like I can, come up with some, like inspirations. Like it's like, yeah, like so for me that's like one of the big factors.
I just want to talk about inspiration. The young cats. We saw you just posted the track list, and you got one of the two we've interviewed. The other one is just bad timing on my part. In KJ, but you got two cats from my hometown. You know what I'm saying? That I definitely rock with, and just their, I don't know, man. Their reverence for just the past and what they're doing now. Like I have so much respect for them. You know what I'm saying? As far as what they do with their pen and them dropping a full length. They didn't do EPs. You know what I mean? As their introduction, they went with full lengths as their introduction. I'm talking about KJ and King James. You have those guys featured on there, and you guys being a little bit older. What makes you gravitate to those guys as far as features on the project? Because again, you guys could have carried this entire project yourselves, but you reached out, and I know you guys have some other features on there. I'm not looking at it right now, but what makes you reach out to those young guys and kind of pulling them up as far as just what you guys are doing?
Man, like
respect.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because like when I first heard KJ, man, I first heard Verbal Art. I don't even think I had dropped yet. I hadn't dropped Prodigal Son yet when I heard Verbal Art. I don't believe. And I'm listening to it. I'm like, man, damn. That's really when I started following Check the Rhyme heavy because he posted it on Twitter, and I listened to the project. I'm like, man, this shit is really good. And, when I heard Ja King, his project,
I'm sharp, nigga. I'm sharp.
Exactly. It's like, man, just like the feeling of it, man, it feel like some 90s shit. It feels like some shit that I was listening to back in the day, man. And like when I found out how young them cats was, I was blown away. So like, it's like I know they probably look at us differently, but I'm like, bro, like we, well, I'm gonna speak for myself, you know what I'm saying? But like we the same, you know what I'm saying? Like we peers in this shit, you know what I'm saying? Like we peers, bro. Like we not overlooking you, it ain't none of that. Like we really peers in this pen game, man. So we definitely wanted to get him on the track so we could like, do our thing and spar, you know what I'm saying? Cause like, yo, that's how we show respect. If I reach out to somebody that's like, yo, I want you on the track, I respect the hell out of you, man, because I don't reach out to cats. I don't reach out to cats a lot, period.
Validation ain't motivating, of course. I can tell when they're trying to hate, but I was made for the sword. It's all fire, no gas when I'm raising the torch. Smoke you niggas down to the filter, I ain't saving the short.
It's like wicked rapture with the casualties. I battle these demons that be after me. Hearing voices from lack of sleep. I smack a beat like Nipsey. BET that my raps elite. My rapid fleet attacking the 7th season. I'm Master Chief. Guarded by my dear departed. I often reflect on their coffins. Caught in deception. Arrested targets for knocks in office. These rappers talk about their life for nonsense and how they never bargain, but you put the plug in the wall with charges. Earth's a dirty map for phony, tough, and crazy brave. Barely fade, people follow rats. Job made the maze. Half man, half a thing. The black man.
You know, so if we reaching out to cats, it's like, yo, we really rock with you. So like when JR said the names, I said, hell yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So JR, same question tossed to you. What made you what made you want to reach out to the young guys, man? Because like I was still mind blown that this cat just now, some 21, 25. I mean, they're kind of young in what they're talking about in the grasp that they have for hip hop. What made you reach out to them?
The same thing, man. Just respect for their opinions. James put me on to KJ, and then I heard Jakeem through KJ. So I was like, yo, these dudes cold. And then the same, finding out how young they were, it's like I wouldn't have known that. I wouldn't have guessed that. You know what I'm saying? And they both I've had conversations with both of them like way beforehand, and they were just solid. So you know, when we was looking for like people to get features from, they were like the first two on the list.
I want to pivot for a second from Weather Report to and kind of go into just, you know, this V.A TA freestyle challenge.
Oh my God.
Hey man, you know me, man. had to bring it up. Had to bring it up, man. So you made it through a couple rounds, James, man. You made it through a couple rounds, man. Is battling your thing, or you was just like, were you just doing it to do it so you could, you know, get I don't know, man. Like, I think you did well. And I think it was a lot of killers in there. And JR, feel free to chime in as you will. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you and Shot King was in there. You know what I'm saying? Doing y'all thing, and y'all made it to the latter rounds. Like, so how did I'll probably tell you this? What would you change? What would you change based on the outcome that is ultimately happened?
So I called JR earlier, man, because I had a joint already written for that joint that was better than that, but I kind of felt like it was like devolving to like a more battle rap, and that round really pivoted. It really pivoted from that. Okay. So I went with a personal round that I had wrote, and I kind of felt like it was weaker, but like I think the wordplay was a little bit better, you know, and it just wasn't received well. You know, and the nigga I was up against was crazy. A cat named London Moon, shout out to him. Yeah, like he was really crazy. So I knew I was like, yo, like I can't come with no mid or whatever, man. And I kind of overthought myself. I mean, even if I spit my other verse, I still don't think I would have won, but I think it would have been received a lot better by the room that was in there on that particular day. So yeah. I would have just spit what I originally had for him.
Yeah, I'm all for disrespectful battle rap. Like, you know, coming at your opponent right then and there. Because you could have a better verse, but sometimes it just depends on the crowd. But yeah, what you think? Do you think as far you hosted, I don't think I saw you host, but I know that you did on a few occasions. What do you think overall as far as the beat tap and the talent that was displayed on the app as far as that battle?
It was refreshing. I'll say that. Like I know a lot of people rap, but I didn't know it was a lot of that many cold like people, man. It was a lot of like heavy hitters in there that were I was hearing. I'm like damn, like you know, making me rethink some shit. You know what I'm saying? So or think about lines like while they rapping. That anytime I get that feeling like you doing something or you saying something like. Cause I don't get that a lot, you know what I mean? So
I feel you. So ultimately, there was a winner, and I don't, you know, you guys can let me know. I don't remember who it was, because after You and
Vega the Ronin.
Okay.
Vega the Ronin, and that nigga is cold. Oh my god.
All right.
Woo!
That nigga's crazy.
Vega the Ronin. Like I just want to give him a little bit of promo so whoever is listening that we can, at least follow his music and shit like that. Cause I definitely would like to tap in and, and rock with people who are dope. But yeah, so I'm gonna check his
Vega
music
7, the Ronin.
What's up?
His name on IG is like Vega 7, the Ronin. Like,
yeah, I'll definitely tap
7,
into the music.
The Ronin.
It was definitely his contest to lose, bro. It was definitely his contest to lose. Like you could tell it was kind of like blood sport, man. Like in the beginning you got all the cats and stuff, and then towards the end it's like, all right, you start to see Bolo a little bit more. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It was like Frank, that bitch, man. I was like, damn, like, he was just super cold, man.
All right, so back to Weather Report 2. What made you, JR? What made you produce? You produced the entire joint?
I did.
I mean, last time we talked to you, and correct me if I'm wrong, that wasn't the route you wanted to go. You wanted to just be able to be creative.
It's 5 tracks. That's the only 5 beats I made. Like we rapped on every beat I made. I made 5 beats. We did 5 songs.
Oh, that's simple. Hey, sometimes it's that. Sometimes it's like that.
I ain't have any throwaways. Like I ain't. What I had time for is what you gonna hear.
Sure. What made you go with your own thing? What made you go with that intuition?
I don't know, man. I kind of want to get back into it. I'm trying to, take baby steps.
What do you enjoy more? What do you enjoy more?
Rapping.
Easy.
Rapping.
What do you enjoy more as far, James, for your standpoint? Do you enjoy him doing the production or just the raps?
Man, it's like I said, bro. Like I enjoy both, honestly. I mean, like I think he's as good a producer as he is a rapper, which is kind of scary. You know what I'm saying? But like I've heard him make some fire shit. This go all the way back to like the SoundCloud days. You know what I'm saying? So like I know what he can do as a producer. And then like the beats up here, like I said, man, he never sent me a beat where it was like, I don't know about this one. It was just like when he sent the joint, I was like, yep, okay, yep, definitely. Because like we got a joint called Scatter Showers. He was making it while I was at his crib, and I was like, yeah, that's the one right there. So like, yeah, I mean, I guess I have to say I like him as a rapper more, but he's just as talented as a producer as he is a rapper, I think.
Do you see yourself getting into production at some point soon, or is that something that that was quick?
Bro, I do not have the patience for it, man. Like, like going through, like trying to find the right snare and the right kick. Like, nah, like I enjoy the finished product, but like the tedium of it, man, I don't think I can do it. What I do enjoy is like the mixing process. I'm trying to work on that stuff. So
same.
I'm trying
Same.
to put my effort
that's
that.
what I'm finding myself too. Is the production part. But I like the sounds and leveling shit out and making it sound right. So it is what it is with that. So last question for both of you guys. 2022. Of course, you have Weather Report 2 coming January 23rd. What do you guys have overall as far as just some plans that you can divulge to the people?
It's a lot of stuff, man. Like I got a full-length LP that's going to drop April. It's going to be fully produced by my homie Manhe out of Virginia. And I'm also going to do I'm going to do 3 full-length LPs, actually. I'm going to drop one with Kill, the OG Kill. You definitely got to run it back. I know people are looking forward to that one. And I'm going to do a full-length LP with DM, produced out of New York, I believe. So we definitely going to work on that. And, in between that, I might do a couple EPs with some cats. You definitely going to hear me on some features coming this month. I've done quite a few features already. So, yeah, working this year, man.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll leave the feature question alone. I don't want to dilute everything. But yeah. As far JR, as far as you, man, what do you have planned for 2022 on some of the plans that you got moving forward?
So we got the weather report this month. March, I'm dropping Shadow in the Shade 2 with produced by Shamir. I got a tape I'm working on with my homie Fabian. Don't know when that's gonna drop, but other than that, just been doing features, and I might start, working on more production for some later down the line for myself.
It's fully produced by yourself and you on those beats. Dope.
Yeah, thinking about it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
But again, man, fellas, I had you here for long enough, man. I got a lot more to say, but I don't want to take you guys' time or whatever. But I appreciate you guys stopping by as always. Like you guys know, you always welcome back. Talk whatever you want to talk about. It don't have to be about music. You know what I'm saying? James, you always have the platform to talk about how bad your Hornets are doing or how bad your Panthers are doing. And JR, you always welcome back. Whenever you drop something. So. With that said, man, you guys got any last, for the listeners, kind of just plug where they can find you. I know JR, you have, your clothing line, you guys have Outliers. Just plug away, let it go.
Well, with the brand, Vanity Stain. It's vanity/stained.myshopify.com. I'm trying to get the brand out there. IG official Vanity Stain. I recently swapped pages with my with my music page or whatever. So trying to get people to stay over there or whatever. But that's another thing in 2022 I'm trying to expand on. But that's pretty much it.
For me, it's really for us, because like I said, Outliers Entertainment is, myself and JR, it's us, so we got a website, we got a storefront, we got a blog. In 2022, man, like the storefront, I really want that to be like the storefront for like physicals for underground Twitter, man, like underground hip hop Twitter, like cats that want to have releases and stuff, man, like, bro, hit us, we can work something out, y'all could host it on our website, we could split profit. Because Bandcamp is cool, but they take 15%, so you start really moving some units, you know what I'm saying? They get kind of steep. So, I've hollered at a couple of people about it. Haven't really gotten any bites back so far, but the Weather Report Volume 2, we will have physical CDs. It's actually going to be a double disc. So we're going to have the first Weather Report project and the second Weather Report project. And it's going to be sold on, Outliers252.com, which is the website. So,
any vinyls?
Oh no, we're in a vinyl nightmare right now.
Okay.
We're still waiting on some broken easel vinyls that were ordered back in June.
Yeah,
dang.
So honestly, but
yeah. So it's a mess with the vinyl situation right now in the pandemic. Like
Gotcha.
If you're like a fledgling artist like us, you won't get them anytime soon. So CDs for now. Hopefully when stuff normalizes, we can do some vinyl drops. And like I said, man, this is art. It's not disposable, so we can go back down the line and just press up some vinyls and put some of these projects together and stuff, man. But, we have the digital space to do it. So it's Outliers252.com. Go check it out. Like I said, we have a blog. Definitely going to be more proactive about reaching out for interviews and stuff. Just dope content, man. No rules.
Dope. Oh, like I said, man, I think regardless of whether y'all put the vinyls out, I think people will rock with it just based on, you guys' catalog and kind of how they respect you guys' pen. So I think whenever you drop it, it'll be there. Vanity Stained, Athleisure. Definitely gotta order that, you know what I mean, and support the brand or whatever. So definitely rock with you brothers, man. Wish you guys the best, man. Can't wait to listen to it in full. I wanna listen to it just like everybody else and get the joints or whatever. So I'm looking forward to that. So again, man, like I said, Couch is always open to you guys. Whatever you need, man, we're here, man, no matter what it is. So with that said, this is episode 140. I'll insert whatever number is gonna be whenever we drop it. And yeah, man, it is what it is, man. It's JR, King James. Weather report too.
Appreciate
Peace.
you, man.